River, USA. Van Beecham lives in northern New Mexico in the United States. Coming from 4 generations of fly fishermen, he has been fishing since he was 6 and working as a fly fishing guide for 27 years. As a boy, Van remembers the snow sticking all around winter, without the spikes of warm weather that are common now. He has noticed that the time between the last and first frosts is 1 month less than it used to be. For the last 8 to 10 years, Van has observed a loss of snow during the times of year when it would normally be accumulating. Even when it snows above the average amount, the snow melts faster than it used to. Instead of a slow, continual runoff, the rivers rage violently before dropping down to a trickle by early summer. Some streams and smaller rivers have been drying up completely. The spawning season has been changing because the fish won't spawn when the water is too warm. Van is seeing increasing algal blooms, sediments, and aquatic weeds, all of which hurt the fish. Van has also noticed that a change in the hatching times of the aquatic insects that the fish eat. The fish are often too sluggish to feed during the summer months, which used to be Van's busiest time for fly fishing. Water temperatures above 21 degrees Celsius, or 70 degrees Fahrenheit, start to kill the fish. Sometimes Van feels it is his duty to tell his clients why the fishing is poor, and how people are partly responsible for the warming of the globe. While some do not believe him, he says that more and more are starting to see the connections and the big picture. Glacial Lake, Nepal. Norbu Sherpa is a trekking guide in the Khumbu region in Nepal, not far from Mount Everest, the highest peak in the world. When he was 19, a glacier lake above Norbu's village collapsed. His family had barely enough time to grab a few belongings and run out of their house before it was swept away by the flood, along with rocks, trees, cattle, crops, and all of their possessions. To support his family, Norbu gave up his plans to become a monk to start a trekking business. During more than 2 decades of expeditions, he has seen many glaciers melting and mountain lakes expanding, increasing the risk of glacier lake outburst flood events. For example, Imja Lake used to be small enough to walk around just a few years ago. Now it is the biggest lake in the Khumbu region. In his early days of trekking, an expedition to Mount Everest would take around 90 to 100 days with no guarantee of success. As the glacier has shifted upward, people complete the climb in 30 to 40 days. The decline in rainfall has resulted in droughts, killing trees and crops. There has been less precipitation in the winter, with unexpected snowstorms in the spring instead. Norbu and his family no longer have to make the wall of their houses as thick for insulation. Norbu is glad he has the chance to tell people around the world about the impacts of climate change that he has witnessed, and to encourage everyone to act quickly to help reduce the impacts.